Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our channel. This is
Joshua.
And I am Kat. Welcome to J&K Go Global. We appreciate you stopping by. Before we get started, please like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And because we'd appreciate it. We've been getting a few, open up, one new follower. So we'd love to have more along the journey with us. Okay, so what are we talking about today, babe? You introduce it.
We are going to talk about cultural differences in Southeast Asia versus the Western world. We're from the US, so that's kind of our point of reference. But I've traveled around Southeast Asia quite a bit. Kat joined me in Cambodia. But Cambodia has a lot of the elements that other countries in Southeast Asia have. So we'll talk about some of those.
Really interesting. We've been having a lot of conversations lately about what we notice as far as customer service, feeling welcome, their approach as far as community goes. I learned Swiss Thai. That's hello, casual. So I learned that. So I've been trying to teach Josh that. Okay, so let's talk about cultural differences. What would you like to talk about first?
Well, instead of those deeper subjects that Kat mentioned, I want to start with the bum gun.
Oh.
And the bum gun is basically the Southeast Asian version of the bidet.
Yes.
So, and I've seen it, I think, in all countries I've been to. So I started off in Vietnam, and then I went to, I think it was Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia. And I'm pretty sure I saw the bum gun everywhere. So it's like this little hose with a sprayer nozzle on it that you use to spray your bum when you're done.
And it's literally everywhere. We've been in like the smallest like bus stops and things like that. Even if they do not have flushers, like we've seen a bathroom, I've been in one where it's like just a bucket of water, and to flush it, you have to just do like the little scooper and pour it in the toilet to flush it. That's how it flushes. But they still have a hose. They still have a hose to do that. Yeah. They might not even have like toilet paper, so you got to pay attention to that, or tissues or whatever. But they have a bum gun.
And I think that, guys, I'll be honest, I came up with this idea this morning. A lot of times I wake up before Kat and I'm just kind of staring at the ceiling, and that's where I get ideas. So, I think like Galileo used to get ideas, but mine aren't quite that important. Mine are about talking about bum guns in a video.
And they're not called that. Are they called that?
No, that's like the slang term for them. I don't know what they're called. I think we should talk about, the difference, and then whether or not we like it better than what we experience in the US. So like if we like having no bum gun, just a regular toilet paper scenario like the US, or the bum gun. And I vote bum gun. I like the bum gun. I had to learn how to use it.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was going to say, because depending on where you are, it's different pressure. Like, so you have to be careful, when you're using it, because it has different pressure, and that's
you could hurt your bum if you're not careful.
Yeah, you could. For what do I prefer it? Have I ever even used a bidet? I may not have ever used it, but in comparison to not having it, I think I prefer it. The main thing is you want to wash your hands properly, because if people are using it,
oh yeah,
you want clean hands after that. So you can't just, people that just walk out the restroom after using one of those, you have to wash your hands, because people are using it.
And the best case scenario, like our current apartment, we have toilet paper too. So that's the absolute best, because then you use the bum gun, and then you can kind of dry off with the toilet paper. And then,
but one thing is funny signs you'll see in restrooms. They have funny signs don't stand on the toilet, all that stuff, and they're don't use it to take a shower, basically, in the restroom. And sometimes I'm like, did somebody take a shower? Because there'll be a serious amount of water.
Well,
it could be where they just missed, but
if somebody doesn't know how to use the bum gun, because you really stay seated, you don't want to stand up too much, or you're gonna splash water all over the bathroom.
Yeah. So you guys, if you've used one, or if you've used a bidet but you haven't used one, we would love for you to comment and let us know your thoughts. Because that's the first thing. Let us know your thoughts if that sounds like something cool, or if you're like, no, thank you, I want to use wipes or toilet paper or whatever. And
it's fun to say bum gun, so I just want to say it a couple more times. Bum gun, bum gun.
Okay. All right. What's the next thing?
The next thing, I'll go with another one.
I like it. He's picking it.
Shoes off in the house. Shoes off in the house. Just that's pretty straightforward, right? Like in the U.S., I think it varies regionally in the U.S. I think the Midwest. I never lived in the Midwest, and I only spent a little bit of time there, but I think it's more common to have the shoes off rule in the Midwest. But where I'm from, shoes stayed on, really, which is crazy because I'm from upstate New York, and there was a lot of snow and rain. You just bring everything right. I mean, you like wipe off your feet on the welcome mat, and then you just go right in.
Well, because I think it depends. I think it depends because my family would just like they're I was just staying with my sister. They're take your shoes off right when you get in the door. So some put on their like house shoes. They call them house shoes. They put on their house shoes, and then some just stay in their socks. So that was at my sister's.
Yeah, it definitely depends, but generally it's not a fast rule like it is here in Southeast Asia.
And you just think about it, and like in a lot of Asian countries, it's like that. But I think that there's other places in the world that are like that, where you take your shoes off. And for me, I think it's like, forgetting about doing it is, a bummer. Because you think about everywhere you walk around and your feet come into contact with it. And especially like it's different when you don't have dogs, because when you have dogs, they're going to like, unless you like wipe off their paws.
Or they wear shoes. Stuff. They could have outdoor shoes and indoor. I guess. Go barefoot.
Could they?
Indoors.
I don't know. But I think that it's a good thing to do. I think it just keeps your house like you're not tracking through things, And what do you? I think it's good. You can put house shoes on, slippers on, whatever.
Yeah.
But I definitely think I like it. What do you think, babe?
Oh, I definitely like it. Definitely. And
because he did it before.
I have indoor shoes and outdoor shoes, and we have a little rack. I think it's cool. I like the whole thing because it's kind of still new to me, but I'm 100% on board. So I'm pro bum gun and pro shoes off inside the house.
Yeah, and we're probably going to do at some point. We're going to do a little like tour around our apartment that we're in right now. We're not here for too much longer, but we'll give you a little tour of it and what our setup is. As far as a lot of apartments, they'll have like a shoe thing, but a lot of them will have it outside.
Yeah.
So they'll have their but here they do not allow you to put, for most, they don't allow you to have anything in the hallway. And so that's why we have the shoe rack right by the door that Josh uses mostly. And then me, I take out my shoes and I put them on the rack, or there's a shoe cabinet. Yeah. But a lot of places here, even they, the rack's right outside. So you take off your shoes, they put on their slippers, and then they go in.
Yeah.
That's good. What else?
Back to the bathroom, the shower situation, and really the entire bathroom situation. A lot of them are wet baths. So it's just the toilet and the shower and no bathtub. This is typical. Again, it varies, but typically that's what you see in Southeast Asia. And then the shower, a lot of times, like the most typical, in my opinion, is the toilet with the bum gun, and then the handheld shower wand. And I give that a thumbs up too.
Yeah, ours has three different waterways. It has like a overhead like shower one, then it has the one you take off, and then it has the one that it just goes down to, I don't know if it's filling up a bucket or washing your feet or whatever, but there's three different mechanisms.
Yeah.
And I've noticed in some, like, because I was looking at a lot of the listings before we found this place, and there'd be where like the shower is literally on top of the toilet. Like basically, they have like a one that you take off, but it's basically in the same area. Ours is like a little bit separate, so it's not like right on top of it.
Yeah.
And then some,
and then we have a squeegee. So after we take a shower,
dry the floor just a little bit. It doesn't
do a quick squeegee. So that's a slight downside because water does get kind of all over the bathroom. But to me, it's not a big deal.
And we have a little mat like right outside, so before we step out of the bathroom. But we had a GMC motorhome, and ours was a wet bath where you know it's a shower, and then that's where it's like it's right above the toilet because it's
and that's pretty typical in RVs too. Yeah, so it's more like an RV setup.
So we're familiar with that. So the bathrooms are all different designs here, but especially in this building, there's a lot of wet baths. And I think in other apartments, there's a lot. But
yeah, almost everywhere I've been, because I've been in like,
they'll have a short wall.
Maybe a dozen places in Southeast Asia in the past like year. And I think all of them had wet baths.
The Airbnb had a little glass.
Yeah.
It wasn't even wide enough. So the water would go everywhere on the floor and stuff because it was just very short.
It was basically a wet bath.
And there are some apartments here that have they have separate showers from the toilet and short glass.
Yeah. When I stayed in a hotel here before Kat came out, I was friendly with the people who worked at the hotel. And I guess I wasn't there when the guest went crazy, but I guess like a Canadian guest was so upset that it was a wet bath and she refused to stay there. So she, pulled a sort of Karen thing. And
it's like they usually let you
off.
like some places, a lot of places will let you see the room before you do it.
That place does, yeah.
And so it's like, and
the pictures
you're supposed to be
online.
Experiencing a different culture. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Whatever,
Westerners, you hear about like ugly Americans, but definitely it's ugly Americans, Canadians, Australians, just Westerners in general.
I guess it's to each his own, But check it out, and like probably she saw that it was that when she went right into the room. So just say, hey, do you have a different option?
Well, they had pictures online, so it was her fault.
Yeah, that's a trip. That's a trip.
Yeah.
No good. Okay.
How are we doing on time?
Yeah. Let's see. This is 12 minutes. Maybe we'll make this into 2 parts.
Kat wanted me to order dinner, and then we're doing the video, so it puts a little pressure on.
Well, we're trying to eat earlier. We do intermittent fasting, and but I do like that because you do a certain 8-hour period. But I do like to eat earlier because it gets time to digest. Early in the evening. So so I guess we'll make this in 2 parts, and we want to keep it 10 minutes and under. So I guess it's good that we're going to do 2 parts. Okay, let's say before we go, if you like the content, if you made it this far, please subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah,
guys.
Especially comment, just because I'm curious what you think. And if you have any ideas, if you want us to talk about other potential differences, if you haven't been to Southeast Asia before, we can hopefully answer those. Or if you've been here and you had different experiences, let us know.
Because there are some like really interesting things to still discuss in regards to the culture here. So we'll see you very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Akun.
Yeah, there's more to Southeast Asia than just bum guns.
Akun. See you soon. What are you doing?
Fixing the pillow and you just crushed my wrist.
Sorry.